All right, so I input the weapon motor, and this is how you correctly mount it. All right, so I put the weapon motor in, I have it facing the way I want to face with these mounting holes facing down because I want it mounted on this little plane right here. So first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to move this to the top of this using point to point. All right, so I'm going to right click on it down here. So it's the weapon mode. I'm going to right click on it, do move copy. And I don't need to do a free move. I'm going to select point to point. And I want this face to be sitting flat on this body, right? So I'm going to hover my mouse over this face, hold down control, find this center crosshair right here, and it wants to know where I want to put it. And I'm going to put it in the middle of this face. So I'm going to hover my mouse in a blank spot and click right there. All right, I'm going to hit OK. All right, so now my weapon is in the spot that I need to have it. Now the next part is making screw holes for it. So I got to make holes in the bottom. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a sketch on the bottom of this motor, but in order to do that, I got to get rid of this body. So I'm going to click on the arrow next to bodies. I'm going to click on the eyeball next to this body that I want to get rid of. And now you see how that part moved. All right. So now I'm going to do create a sketch. Create a sketch, and it's asking where do I want to create a sketch. I want to create a sketch right on the face of this motor. So I'm going to click right here. I'm always hit capture position to keep everything where I had it. All right. So now it wants me to create a sketch on here. What I'm simply going to do is I'm going to do to create, I'm going to do point, meaning little dots. So I'm going to click right in the center of here, center of here, center of here, center of here. Okay. So now I have those 4 dots. And before I even hit finish sketch, I'm just going to hit H for hole. And I'm going to click on those 4 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm going to bring back, and there's an error popped up, but that's okay. Now I'm going to bring back the body. 3. I'm sorry, bring back this body. I'm going to change the distance to 2. All right. And now it's asking, where do I want to make those holes go to? And I'm going to make them go to this face right here. I'm just going to click. And now all those holes are here through here. But I'm going to change the size because this is 13 millimeters. I'm going to change this for now to like 3.2. All right. So now I have screw holes that will be able to mount. I have holes for the screws that are going to mount to the motor to keep it in place. Okay. Now I'm going to make a horizontal. So just real quick, this is not even part of the video really, but I'm going to change the shape of this. I want to make it like maybe a round front. So I'm going to click fillet. All right. Or I call it fillet. I'm going to click on maybe this edge and this edge over here. And I'm going to just drag it in a little bit to make it look a little cooler. All right. I'm watching that line and see how close it gets. Okay. I don't want, sometimes I could go crazy. Let's try 45. All right. That looks good. I'm hit okay. All right. So now I still got my holes for my motor. And also, remember, this body is kind of separate from this body. Now let's combine this. All right, so I'm going to go up to modify, combine. So I want to join these 2 bodies. So it says target body, meaning what's the body you want to add something to. So I'm going to add something to this body. Now it's asking for the tool body. I'm going to click on this body right here. And the operation is join. I'm not using it to cut. I'm not using it to intersect. I'm just going to do join. And I'm going to hit OK. And now all this is one body. See? All right. No, let's even be even more fancy. Let's fillet this right here. And fillet this one right here. And if you could drag this out, it can make it even look even cooler. All right. It just makes it so it's not sharp angles. So that looks better. Okay. Versus this. Gives it some cool shape. And okay. All right. We have made the holes for the weapon motor. You know what? Why not? Let's make a top for this too. So I'm going to do create sketch. Hey, y'all got to change that up. Nah, it's normally. Ain't none of that in here. All right, so let's create a top for this. So I'm going to click on this plane right here. And I'm going to hit E for extrude, and I'm going to click here. But I'm also going to click in this middle face. I'm going to hold down Control. So now the whole part is selected, and I'm going to raise this up. Now I don't want it to join. I want it to create a new body because it's a top and it's different. And let's make this 3 millimeters. Okay, boom. So now I have this top. All right, and I'm gonna rename this to chassis. I'm gonna rename this to top. All done. So anyway, you can mount this on your vert. If you have a weapon post that's standing up, you can mount this on your horizontal like this. You can mount this from the top. It doesn't matter as long as you create a sketch on the bottom of the motor through to the other side of the body, and you're all good. All right. I am done.